Hello friends, this is Ryan back from Behind Eyes Gaming. We're going to do this again. The realm was down for maintenance when I tried to do it at the regular scheduled time, so yeah, here we are again. I'm going to get into this. I've been practicing on another character. I intend to test out the different specters, although there seems to be a pretty obvious winner. Although I've also felt just through leveling that specters are kind of a pain to use before you get the mastery for them. So yeah, that's pretty much my thought process on that at the moment. I don't remember. Hey, how's it going, the wall? Hype. Okay, looks like I already checked vendors. Oh, yep, here. Got the Desheret's banner. So let's just get to it. I think I was gonna either toss this belt. Yeah, this is level 8. I was thinking maybe crafting it, but... Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and summon up some zomboys here. Get a few of those going. But yeah, I've been playing around with specters, and I feel like they're not really that worth getting until using until you have the ascendancy for them, or until you picked up all of the life and regen and a minion leech from the tree. Whoa! Look away for 1 second, almost dead. A little too squish, so this is gonna be exciting. This is gonna be exciting. Might be in for some deaths here, we'll have to see. Yeah, one of the specters that is potentially worth using here is these lantern guys. Trashed here? Yes. Absolutely trashed here. So what I've been doing for the last couple of days, I'm trying to get ready for the launch of the next expansion in the most intense way I can. I'm switching to a polyphasic sleep schedule, which means basically instead of sleeping straight through for 7 to 8 hours, I'm currently trying to do a segment of 3 evenly spaced 1.5-hour sleeps. I've done this before to great effect for 4 months when I was trying to be competitive in 3 games at once, when I was racing POE, playing Hearthstone at legend level, and trying to also play League of Legends semi-competitively, only Platinum 1, so not super high level, but basically the way it works is you end up with like, I don't need this, you end up with about an extra 3.5 hours per day, which works out to a little over an extra day per week, or an extra month and a half per year. I managed to maintain it for 4 months the last time I did it, and yeah, I got a lot of stuff done. So hopefully I'll be able to pull it off again. We'll have to see. And if that's the case, I should be able to make a lot more videos and also play a lot more when the new league launches. So that'll be fun. How do my SRS get Fortify? Ooh, do I have Fortify on my SRS? I have Fortify on my SRS. You could probably argue that melee physical would be much better. I picked up Fortify with the intention of putting them on my zombies at some point. So I just happened to have it in my inventory, and I had 2 red and 2 blue. So that's the main reason I have that going. It's definitely not optimal. I wouldn't recommend it, but I just happen to have it. So I could go and grab... I think what I'll do is I'll probably optimize my gems when I get 3 4 links and I'm in Act 6, when I can easily pick up new gems instead of having to go back for it. Just a little bit easier for me. I'll have probably suboptimal gems until then, but yeah, currently I only have the single 4 link, and it's not the best 4 link for the build by any means. So make sure we're getting all of these essences. SRS don't really need Fortify, of course, but here we are. Hey, Emilio, how's it going, man? I feel like the amount of damage I would be getting from melee physical over Fortify would be kind of minuscule and not really worth going back and buying. So, because it would cost me like a minute or so, and I'd rather just be a minute farther along in progression, generally speaking. Also, yeah, having to manage and make sure I have another red socket, which I do. I have a couple of other red sockets, so that wouldn't be too much a problem. Life's good. Life's good. I'm tired-ish. Actually, I'm hitting my first wind, I guess you could say. I'm trying to adapt to a polyphasic sleep schedule, so I only have to sleep 4.5 hours a day. So when Blight launches, I can play a lot and make a lot of videos. So that is what I'm currently doing. I've also been watching the race to level 60 for WoW Classic on Twitch a lot in my free time. Or, hey, good morning, Groovy Pants. How's it going, man? Groovy Pants says good morning to you as well, Jessica. Jessica's playing Lord of the Rings online currently. Playing some MMO. I tried to get into it, but I couldn't really get into it as much. Hoping it would scratch that itch that I want to play. I want to play Classic WoW, but A, it's not worth it because of the servers, and B, I also don't have the money for a subscription at the moment. Don't have anything to spare, so have to say no go on the Classic WoW for now. But you know. Attack on Titan is overhyped? I don't know, man. I read ahead in the manga after Season 3 because I think, in my opinion, it gets better and better throughout the series. In pretty much every way. Like I mean, actually, I would say it's underhyped now because after the first season where it had all its hype, and I would have agreed with you then, it kind of died off in hype. Like, people don't really talk about it as much. But Season 2 was pretty decent, and Season 3 really kicked it up a notch. I think it kept getting better and better. So the animation quality got better. Visually, fantastic. Looks really great. Studio Wit is doing a good job. I'm watching their current anime, Vinland Saga, which is a popular dark historical anime. I've only watched 2 episodes so far. Yeah, most of the characters aren't great. You're right on that. But I think the plot is good, and the writing is good, and the animation is fantastic. Yeah, a lot of the characters are definitely not the best part of Attack on Titan. I agree 100% with that. Not gonna get an argument from me there, but I think it has a lot of other qualities going for it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head down here and grab this minion wheel down here. Finish The Boys Season 1, surprisingly awesome. I agree, The Boys was amazing, man. Ooh, I really enjoyed it. I'm actually reading the comic book currently on that too. So when I see something that's based on source material and I really enjoy it, I usually seek out the source material, whether it be a manga, comic book, book, anything like that, and try to see how it compares. And I definitely... the comic book is very, very different. Very different. But I'm a huge fan of The Boys. I was surprised. It's one of my favorites as far as television lately. There have been a lot of standouts though. Legion, The Boys, Dark, I really enjoyed as well. I think the plot is excellent, The Wall. I think I think the way they reveal mysteries throughout it is really well paced. I think they, oh man, it's if you rewatch it or if you're aware of what's going on from the beginning, you realize how much the plot had to be pre-planned out and how everything fits together really well. Like, most stories don't do that. They have to like retcon things or do flashbacks to kind of add the plot. Attack on Titan does not do that. Attack on Titan had things plotted out from the beginning, and you can tell. I think it has an excellent plot. So I disagree with you very thoroughly there. I think the plot and the writing was, the planning out of the way it was all put out was phenomenal. Have I watched Hunter x Hunter? Yes, but not all of it. I'm currently part of the way through the Chimera Ant arc, which has been my favorite arc so far, but I haven't had the time to finish it. I should watch that. Like, that one is, yeah, it's really good. I definitely need to watch that. Seen the first season? Oh yeah, Mindhunter. I keep getting recommended that, but I have so much other stuff I'm doing now. I guess with my polyphasic sleep schedule, I have more time now. 3.5 hours extra a day. I should spend like half of that time doing productive stuff and half of that time just catching up on all of the stuff that I need to watch or read, because there's a lot of it at the moment. A lot. I was watching some random K-drama recently, though. I'm one episode away from that. I think I have some sort of drive to just constantly be consuming new media. Like, I barely ever rewatch things, so I often find myself just seeking out new things, and a lot of times they end up being mediocre. Sometimes they turn out good, like Dark and The Boys were both kind of things that I mostly watched because I wanted to watch something new, for instance. Oh, Haunting of Hill House, yes. Jessica keeps wanting to watch that, and is that on Netflix? Or is it on... is it? Okay. Yeah. We're gonna watch that one for sure. It's on our to-watch list. Yeah. Going to be watching that one for sure, man. Because we're both big fans of horror, and it seems like something, well, I actually haven't heard anything. Jessica's in, like, horror communities, like, she follows horror forums and Reddit and everything, so she is a little bit more well-versed in that. I, on the other hand, hadn't heard anything about it, but she seemed very excited about it. Well-written, strong story, amazing actors, characters. Hey, sounds good. There aren't a lot of horror television shows that are very good. So, I mean, there are some, and, you know, but there's not a lot. So I'd like something like that. I mean, there are anthologies, I suppose, that fall kind of into the horror genre that are good, but yeah, it's a very underwhelming category in terms of television. Ooh, taking the big hits here. Got our SRS up. Got new zombies. Better make sure we're summoning them up. We're getting to the point where the zombies are going to be survivable enough to not just fall over, especially if we can get some more links on them. Noticed you went into a corrupted zone. Do you think it's optimal to clear them? I think it's nice to clear them for the potential of corrupted 5 and 6 links early on, as well as the fact that Vol Gems will often sell for quite a bit in the early game. So, like, in the first couple of days of the league, I definitely like to hit up the Vol zones just because of the amount of money you can make. The sacrifice fragments are nice. It's good to have a decent amount of them for when you get into red maps for the extra quantity as well. And you'll get plenty of them in white maps too, just from the divination cards for them. But yeah, I think it's worthwhile personally. You can sell the Vol gems, you can, or potentially use them. For this particular build, Vol Summon Skeletons is great for bossing, even as just like a single gem. How does a polyphasic sleep schedule work? Basically, your REM cycles are 90 minutes long, and you only need so many REM cycles per night to function properly. So some of your sleep is kind of wasted when you do just a full night's sleep. And if you can train your body to immediately go into REM sleep, you can make sure that you're getting all of your REM cycles throughout the day type thing. So I'm training my body to fall asleep immediately. It usually takes a week or two, like a lot of these things, before your body gets used to it. But I've done it before, so it might not be as hard for me. And so I'll be sleeping in 3 completely optimized hour-and-a-half sleep cycles, equally spaced out through the day. Currently, I'll sleep at 3 p.m., 11 p.m., and 7 p.m. for an hour-and-a-half each, is what my plan is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It works fine. I was able to maintain it for 4 months and feel great, and I was able to maintain high competitiveness in 3 different games during the time, because I was basically doing it for hardcore gaming. I was thinking about it with World of Warcraft. I'm like, why don't they do polyphasic sleep? And with World of Warcraft, it's because the queue times would make it impossible for you to log in if you only played for 6.5 or 8 hours or whatever. Does Jessica support this? Yeah. She said she would work her sleep schedule around it. So, yeah. We'll have to see if it causes any kind of strain on us, because we'll be on a little bit of a different schedule, of course. But if that's the case, then, obviously my relationship is more important than my gaming. So, that if it causes strain, I'll just revert back to a normal sleep schedule. Ice Spear Totem build. Ooh, I've heard that's actually pretty good. Strong leveling build. Yeah, I've heard there are a lot of decent totem builds at the moment, and I like totems in general. I usually just stick with Holy Flame Totem because it's very, very simple, doesn't require... Oh, I had 2 level ups, there you go. Very simple. Okay, normally it actually wouldn't be optimal to just straight up go for the kill on calm here. It would actually be better to run the first portion up until the waypoint and then go over to the Duresso zone and do that. So a little bit of a suboptimal. Ooh, hey, these Sage's robes are exactly what we need. Okay, so let's switch our SRS, minion damage. Ooh. We're gonna take out Fortify for now. And we can put in minion speed for now, I think. And then we're not really using our specters at the moment. However, what we can do is we can take our raised zombie, put that there, put minion life, and actually, yeah, we can just use our fortify, and that'll be good enough. So now our zombies will be more survivable, which will be very nice. Alright. Colossal is better than Giant. Giant's better than Grand. Alright. Got these things kind of worked out. Is it possible to play a summoner other than Witch? Possibly next league. They're changing the... Oh yeah, I have a skill point too. They're changing the way that the minion gems work so that it's less intensive on the necromancer ascendancy. I'm assuming that means they're going to be getting rid of things like the +2 raised zombies on this, because I looked at the new zombie gem and it'll allow for 9 zombies at level 20. In this case, we would be getting the summon carrion golem, but I'm not actually going to use a golem for now. There's not... oh, the cast speed one, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab the lightning golem, actually. Yeah, I think lightning golem will be good here. But let's get down to here, get this. We'll probably need to pick up the regen pretty good, but I do think it might be worthwhile to... let's look for maybe better helmet or boots. Maybe a 4-link helmet, potentially. No. We'll keep on the lookout for that, but that's something. Stone Golem makes minions very tanky. Does that work for your minions? Hey! I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot. I think outside of Cyclone, it's the build that I've liked the most. So I think it's definitely worthwhile. So what I'll probably end up getting is Unleash, because Unleash is going to allow us to maintain our mana. We're gonna have to scale a lot of mana if we don't get Unleash. So I think I'll probably pick up Unleash over Spell Echo, and we'll probably use it over minion speed, maybe? Yeah, because minion damage is going to scale us a lot harder, I think, than minion speed. It's nice to have your SRS keep up with you, but it's not strictly necessary, I don't think, in the... Oh, did I take out... I feel like I'm missing a gem here. Freaking Surge, Lightning Golem, Blasphemy, Discipline. Where did my... Huh. Well, oh, yeah, right here. Flesh Offering. That's what I was missing. I'm like, huh. Where'd my Flesh Offering go? Flesh Offering's really nice. Yeah, I think they're improving the skeleton AI, though. There are already a bunch of quality of life changes to skeleton. So, I think they're going to be improving skeleton. Like, even just getting the Necromancer Ascendancy for skeleton is really nice. But you'll be able to customize the AI. I think skeletons have the potential to be just as good, if not better, than Summon Raging Spirits because of the way they scale with added damage. So they should be able to get like Abyssal Jewels and make better use of them as compared to SRS. But SRS as a base are definitely better. But, you know, the potential for scaling is nice. Plus, the Vol Summon Skeleton is a great bossing ability already because it kind of distracts the bosses from you and it does a lot of damage. So I feel like being able to get that would be really nice. We would want to be picking up Artisan Strong Boxes for sure for the shards to sell for scrolls when we're leveling through. Hey, Shadowwing, how's it going, man? Try the golem? Yeah, I have a spare socket. Problem with playing a summoner is you pretty much never have too many spare sockets. A lot of summoners will opt to use unset rings for that very reason, and that'll probably be something, or an unset ring at least. And I'll probably do the same. I want to use carrion golems, specters, zombies, and either SRS or skeletons. I'll have to see what the skeletons look like. And it'll probably also be dictated on whether or not I get a Vol Summon Skeletons early on in the league. If I'm able to pick up an early Vol Summon Skeletons, I'll probably swap to Summon Skeletons. Right. Our SRS are killing this guy pretty quickly. Oop, not quickly enough though. Can't stand in one space. What are your thoughts of using Pledge of Hands as versus Victario's Charity Trigger Wand combo? I think the new Pledge of Hands with the Greater Spell Echo is probably definitely worth it. I'd like to try it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll pick up a Pledge of Hands on my regular Legion and just test it out, because I think it's probably going to be worthwhile. So we're going to go through the attack and cast speed, but make sure we get the Leech here. And that'll give us the one extra skeleton. So now we can go through here. I think I'm not going to use Multi-Strike. I tested Multi-Strike on SRS, and I just don't like the way the new Multi-Strike functions on it. I felt like Melee Physical, or in this case Fortify, but yeah, Melee Physical is probably better. I'm going to just go grab Unleash real quick. You have to go through that doorway in order to get it, but I definitely want Unleash 100%. I think I'll get rid of Minion Speed for now. Is there something? Blasphemy? I don't really think I'm going to use Blasphemy at the moment, so I'll just get rid of that. We could put Multi-Strike on our skeletons, though. I haven't tested that out yet, so I'm going to try that. We need boots with blue sockets. We're running out of blue sockets. Baron Zombie? Yeah, Baron Zombie build is always really fun. I like Zombie Mancer a lot, so yeah, we'll try multi-strike on the zombies, see how that works out. I'm gonna check for boots and the helmet with 4 links again. I might just try to craft. This has 4 sockets. I might just try to craft something on here, like see if we can get movement speed, get lucky. No go. I don't know at what point you pick up the movement speed craft, but I think you can get 12 movement speed pretty early on. So I think at this stage we would be able to craft movement speed anyway. It's got some life and resistances. So level 32. I know we'd at least have the first one. I'm assuming since it's level 32, we would get it fairly early on in the league. It would be a matter of whether or not we had a chaos. But yeah, we're gonna go with that. We do need a gem for Desecrate though, so I think we'll hope we want to use stuff in our inventory. We're going self-sufficient here. Okay, no go. So we're gonna have to go without Desecrate for the moment. Oh, hang on. We don't have enough decks. Is there anything we can do to spec into some decks really quick? Yeah, we might have to put this up. So while we're running, we need to make sure that we're getting decks. I think I'll get the cast speed index so that we don't run into dex problems. Because we're going to need a little bit of dex for hatred and for... okay, yeah, for hatred and desecrate. So, what we can also do is check the vendors for chromatics. I didn't do that. I should be doing that, and I should also be picking up chromatics in solo self-found, or just generally speaking. But alright, so we got Unleash going. Unleash is very nice, as you can see. Oop, hatred dropped off, that's right. There's some zombie in here in case they die. With the Unleash, you can just instantly cast 4 SRS. It's very convenient. Just drop them in packs and flame dash through. So you can kind of go back to the earlier style of kind of just speed leveling, dropping a few. The cooldown on the stack buildup decreases as the level of the gem increases. So that is something to note. So it'll start feeling better and better as you go through. So yeah, back to a more smooth playstyle for sure. We did lose a little bit of damage, of course, on our SRSs because of that and speed, but we just need to be able to kill the packs as we go. That's pretty much it. Unleash is worse than Spell Echo for bosses, usually, in the case of if you can actually maintain mana. If you can't maintain mana, which is entirely possible, SRS is a mana hog, you can go Mind Over Matter Eldritch Battery, but if you do, you're going to be a lot weaker in the beginning because you're not going to get as many of the minion nodes, because it takes a lot of extra points to get up to Eldritch Battery. So you can, and it'll give you a defensive bonus as well, but melee build Cyclone and stuff will be cheaper with the incoming. Yes, I do actually think that. I think the meta for Cyclone is going to change. For those who don't know, there's a change in Cyclone where it now no longer scales off weapon range. It has a base range of 11 all the time, and then it will give additional AoE percent and per weapon range instead. And the math works out to where it's a large increase for shorter weapons in AoE, specifically only unarmed, actually. When I say shorter weapons, I mean it's a large increase for unarmed, a small increase for daggers in terms of DPS, or in terms of range, and then it's going to be a very, very large decrease for foils and two-handed weapons. So what we're probably going to see is a lot of Bringer of Rain unarmed Cyclone builds with face breakers, I think we'll probably see a fair amount of those going forward. And possibly some Dagger Cyclone, maybe, although it's such a minor increase in the area that it probably won't be particularly more appealing. But yeah, the plus to weapon range, you'll still get good AoE if you stack the same kind of stuff you stacked. You just won't get full screen AoE is the thing. And for a lot of people, that's going to be a deal breaker because, you know, that was kind of the deal with with Cyclone that made it feel really good. I find that the mobility of Cyclone is what made it particularly good, personally, but but a lot of people found the mobility to be the kind of the main point of it, I guess. Heavy belt. We definitely need to start looking out for upgrades. This is an upgrade. Probably keep that, get some ults. But yeah, we need to be watching out for upgrades. Kind of skipping a little too much, maybe. Well, that's kind of normal though. Like, you can get by with pretty minuscule gear all the way to Blood Aqueducts, and then you can just use Blood Aqueducts to catch up in gear if you're pretty skilled at evading death. But yeah, we're getting to the point where it's we're so squishy that it's difficult to do that. Never tried a summoner build. Is it possible to make a build with super fast clearing speed? Yes. If you scale enough minion speed, and you can get really fast clear speed with minions. It's not like as fast. You can get probably comparable to most spells or Cyclone with minions. It's not going to be as fast as like your Tornado Shot Raider or some of the like insane like Vol Spark or something like that, but it's going to be comparable to other semi like tier 2 clear speed skills. Yeah, you can definitely do that, 100%. All right, let's go ahead and do this. So yeah, I would say it's similar to any kind of tier 1.5, tier 2 clear speed build. Could just basically, when prepping for bosses, if you're not using Spell Echo, just wait until it hits 2 or 3. Yeah, but most of the buttons don't actually do anything. They're just for resummoning any guys you have that die. Honestly, there's, you know, we'll be using Convocation later on. We can start using it early. The regen does scale, but it doesn't scale to that significant of an amount, honestly speaking. It's just nice for repositioning your minions, particularly your zombies. Speaking of zombies, all of our zombies except for one died. Yeah, Blight will be your first Summoner League? Yeah. I haven't done Summoner as a League starter since Essence League, and I really enjoyed Essence. Oh! Walked right into that and then got stuck on and stunned. Yeah, we're gonna get stunned pretty easily, unfortunately, because of our low health pool. We'll have to try to get some health here pretty soon. Possible. Make sure we're dropping stuff here. Try to make sure we're keeping up Flesh Offering when possible. We're not getting our corpses. Oh, don't stand on traps. It's a bad move. Just glide right over everything. There you go. All right, easy enough. We're so squishy. It's entirely nerve-wracking. It's kind of fun to play like that, though. You know, it gets boring to just be over-geared and over-leveled on some characters. It's nice to have some danger. Some danger in your life. You could die in like 2 hits. Check for some gear. Looking for helmets specifically with Not even a 2-socket. Come on. Alright. Pretty much any helmet with blue sockets is going to be better than what we have. We just haven't seen one yet. Okay. Off to Act 5 we go. I need to summon my zombies so I can feel safe if I decide I need coffee and while I'm going through a zone. Are you gonna make a guide for this build? I'm probably gonna make like 2 separate summoners guides. One's gonna be a build guide, and one is gonna talk about specters specifically, because I think that specters are a very important point to summoners, as zombies kind of fall off later on, and yeah, I feel like that's where a lot of your damage is going to come in the late game once you get up to like Guardians and high tier red maps, is going to be from specters. So I think I'll do 2 separate videos on summoners specifically. One just a generic build guide, and one that is going to be focused on specters. I hope to have the one on specters done as soon as I'm finished leveling my other character and testing all the specters I want to do. There's like 3 to 5 specters I want to test. There's one that I know is good. It's like, well, there's 3 that I know for a fact are good. So it's just a matter of finding some other ones. Cool. Awesome, man. I would appreciate your support with it, because, you know, it's always nice. A lot of people like the more niche guides. Summoners are pretty popular, and it's good that they're getting some love. And I can't wait for the new wanding and dagger stuff too. Yeah, slave drivers are 100% the most powerful. Even really early testing kind of proves that for me. So, yeah, that's a spoiler alert. Slave drivers are really good, and possibly so much better than the other ones that other ones might not be worth using. But I still want to explore the entire you know, possibilities, because certain people have different play styles. It's possible that other specters might be good for other things specifically, even if they're more niche. It can't be evaded. True. Although, to be fair, you get so much accuracy for minions on the tree now that it's not really too much of an issue that your skeletons will be evaded. But it is really nice to have that stability. It also means that if you pick that up as, say, your second ascendancy while you're getting your skeletons going, you're not forced to get all of those immediately. You can always grab those later. How do specters work? Basically, you find corpses of specific mobs, and you summon them as your specters. So they'll fight for you. In the beginning, they have reduced health levels, but increased damage levels compared to the regular mobs. And kind of scales up as your gems level. Apparently they're going to improve scaling, which scares me a little bit, because specters are already the best aspect of summoners. So the fact that they're going to scale those up specifically kind of is like, it'll just be specter builds at end game at a certain point. But yeah, you just summon them and they follow you around. They scale with just all your normal minion stuff, and you can link them like anything else. It's pretty simple build. Alright, we're missing out on lightning resist, so we'll take like a... Wow, look at these blue rings. Look at this garbage gear here we got going on. Alright, I can do better than that. Although we just lost life. That's not a good feeling. Maybe we... Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. We'll live. Probably. Potentially. We'll go up and grab cruel preparations at some point. But yeah, we're starving for life. Convocation helps with clear speed. True. Especially with... and these are the slave drivers. So, for instance, if I wanted my slave drivers right now, I would get them. The problem, or I only have one. I don't have Boots of Uller or the +1 Spectre, but Yeah, they just walk around. They walk around and don't attack anything. I also don't have them linked with anything. It's nice to have them linked with minion speed. Oh wait, are these not the slave drivers? No, I brought the wrong one. I got the net one, the support specter. All right. Well, if I see another one, I'll. Okay. I believe it was this guy. It's definitely this guy. Okay. So, slave drivers have like 4 times as much damage as other ones, and you don't have to scale them with greater multiple projectile. But I'll talk about that more in the video. I don't want to give away all of my content. I need that sweet ad revenue. But yeah, slave drivers are pretty far and away. AI is not smart. No, not at all. Nope, the minion AI is pretty dumb, I would say. I feel like a lot of people would agree with me on that. There was actually a bug this last league in the beginning of the league or was it? It was either Legion or the Synthesis. I don't remember which. But there was a bug that would allow you to use like Shaper Guardians and Shaper as Phantoms. They got rid of that really quick because obviously that's insane. But yeah, I don't know how long that went on. But you saw an upsurge of high-ranked summoners at the time. There you go. Took him down. So that's really really cool. That'd be nice. Get some bosses as specters. But as it stands, bosses can't be specters, I say. Not knowing if there's some other bug out there. But to be honest, slave drivers, once you get all of the cast speed and all of your links going, they may as well be bosses, let's be honest. Oh, I didn't get the miasmator. Well, no skill point for me, and I'm gonna have to go back into that zone. So yeah, I'm not playing super efficiently. I'm still getting used to the polyphasic sleep schedule, so my brain isn't working at 100%. But for a couple of hours, I do feel better, and then I feel worse. I feel like my health kind of falls off faster, but regenerates quicker, if that makes any sense. Spectre up to rare mobs? Can you? I didn't know that. Huh. I was not aware that that made a difference. I'll have to look into that, because obviously that would be preferable. I mean, does it grant any benefit for spectring rare mobs? Like, do they have additional stats? Or can you just do it? Because there's a big difference, obviously. I feel like if you get additional stats, boy, that's something I should know. But if not, then not really worth it. You should just go and make sure you're using Desecrate at the beginning. Okay. Hey, Colton, how's it going, man? So far, so good. I mean, not off to a crazy pace, and I forgot to get the miasmator in the control blocks here, so I'm gonna have to go back really quick. A little bit of backtracking, but otherwise it's been smooth. Currently running my zombies and my SRS on a 4-link each, and they're clearing pretty well. Like, I don't feel like I need to have a tabula rasa or anything to really make this function, so it's going well. Yeah, I usually just go to the beginning of the zone and Desecrate, generally speaking. Alright, so it should be... There it is. Okay, it's up here. So not too far off. We were just a little ways off. Yeah, I gotta remember to make sure you go... It's usually to the northwest, and make sure you get the miasmator for the skill point while you're running through here. Very important. changed to zombies and skeletons, got pretty pumped. Me too. The possibility of running different ascendancies for minion builds is there now, which is really nice. I think we're going to go for a double Quicksilver here. Freeze remove, that's pretty good. We don't need 2 mana flasks. Not with Unleash. Alright. Make sure we're getting all that attack speed. We have some more attack speed to get. Go ahead and go to Templar Quartz. Get through here. It's usually kind of down to the south and then west. So there's like a transition in this building usually. If you go to the northeast a little bit, usually there will be a path downwards. And there's always this area right here. And that's how you can tell you're going the right way with the picture on the floor and the chair. And there's always a blue pack there as well. So good if you want to make sure you're getting the experience. And then from there, you go kind of southeast and then back northwest. So it's kind of a little mini loop. It should be right around here is the exit. So Templar Quartz is a pretty... It's a very consistent zone in terms of its layout. Yeah, so it should be right up here. Yep. Okay, and then you go up the stairs and there's the exit. So very, very consistent. It takes some getting used to, but yeah, it's kind of like a circle around type thing. Easy zone to navigate. This one is also easy to navigate, but somehow I always still get lost. Also, Templar Quartz has one of the highest, or Chamber of Innocence rather, has one of the highest densities of blue mobs. So if you're under-leveled, I'm 41, so I'm not like severely under-leveled, but usually up pretty much every stairs there will be blue packs. And at the end of the zone, there's also 3 blue packs, I believe. So in terms of catching up on experience, Templar or Chamber of Innocence is fantastic. You should always make sure that if you're a little bit under-leveled by the time you get here, maybe go up some stairs and make sure that you're grabbing some blue packs. So I'll probably do a little bit more clearing here so I don't have to be quite as efficient in other areas. Off topic a bit from Summoners, playing earlier and hit a Monolith that almost passed Mac 9. Hey, you got a Headhunter? Man, you're getting all the crazy drops, Scout. Dude, that's crazy. Holy. Wow. I'm super jealous. I've never gotten a Headhunter. Lots of people getting lucky drops in my stream chat, just saying. Stick around. And I'll bring you good luck. I guarantee it. Results may vary. Small print. But, yeah. Anecdotal evidence shows that my viewers get mirrors, they get exalts, they get headhunters. So... And if you can't trust anecdotal evidence, what can you trust, right? Got a mirror drop? Thanks, Ryan. There you go. Emilio. Never did that before either. You'll get crazy drops. I guarantee it. TM. Small print. Yeah, so we got a nice catch-up level here. We'll probably get another half level or so. Very, very consistent. In the middle of the game, I like to scale life. I mean, I think for zombies, although they do a significant amount of damage, I still think it's always worth it to get minion life on them. And fortify potentially, so you get some hybrid damage there if you go fortify as well. Because they're more useful if they stay alive as meat shields. They're not going to be doing a bulk of your damage. That'll come from your SRS. But they don't do an insignificant amount of damage either. So kind of build them as bruisers. Build them for like a damage tank hybrid. Make sure you get fortify and minion life as your 2 priorities. And then you can pick up any kind of damage build that you want to go. Like minion damage, minion speed, that kind of thing. That's what I think. So it looks like... Okay, we did go the right way. It just curved up. So yeah, there's 3 blue packs at the end here all the time. This is going to be, we're going to have to dodge creatively in this fight because the fight against Innocence is very high damage and we are very squishy. So we're going to have to make sure, the key to the Innocence fight is that you kind of maintain a middle distance. And what I mean by that is you want to make sure you're far enough away that you can dodge when he dashes away with his lightning in his second form, but close enough that you can get behind him if he shoots his beam out. Alright, we got ourselves another zombie. Get ourselves a 5th zomboy. Will I be farming blood aqueducts? Probably not. I've kind of fallen off favor of farming blood aqueducts, or that's kind of fallen out of favor for me. I think it's usually better to rush to maps nowadays, especially considering Legion content is going to be implemented in maps only, and I definitely do want to do Legion content right away. So, or as soon as possible. So I'll probably be doing a couple of levels, but not... If I get enough Tabula Rasa cards, I might just buy the rest of the cards at a discount. Okay, so for this stage of the fight, it's much more difficult. I hate this bloated fight with all the phases. Yeah. So you want to kind of maintain a mid-range here, because he has a couple of different attacks. He has that, which you want to stay away from, but he has that you want to be close. So I followed through the center of the sparks, so they didn't really hit me because they kind of shoot off in a cone. And then you have to go behind him very quickly when he shoots his beam, because his beam is extremely high damage. And it will kill you. It will kill me, as I currently am right now, basically instantly if I get hit by the beam. I would demonstrate, of course, but he also has a slam attack, which is a big circle, which is mid-range, so once again for that as well. So I dash into that. I get out of the way of the beam. I went a little too far out for that. Which was dangerous. I definitely could have died there. And there's a slam attack. So, yep, a bunch of attacks. And basically, if you're good at keeping a medium range there, and good at picking up on his different telegraphs, then this fight isn't that hard, even if you're under geared. It's still probably one of the harder fights in the regular campaign, though, if not the hardest, honestly. But yeah, it's definitely doable. Alright, so looks like we just need to make sure not to get instigated there. Okay, 2 blue sockets on a festival. It's better than what we have for sure. And we got a green socket on it as well, which is nice. So big upgrade there. Throw Desecrate back in. Put Desecrate here. Pick up the boots just in case. I guess I can level Blasphemy in case we decide to use it. I need to do a quick stretch. Yeah. Well, to be fair, Lamori, the first time everyone did Innocence, I'm pretty sure, except maybe the highest tier players. I definitely died a couple times the first time I played against Innocence when he first got implemented. So, no shame in that. He is probably the hardest fight mechanically in the regular campaign, I would say. Or pretty close to it, if not. I think he's harder than Kitava, personally. But yeah, we're gonna go back. Just like it feels like a gated fight. Yeah, that's true. That is true. We can grab the zombie gem here. It's not like insanely good, but it's still pretty good. Like, if you want your zombies to actually do DPS, you can get 2 of these plus the zombie Ascendancy, and they slam pretty often. Zombie Slam is getting an area increase in the next patch, so it might actually be worth building your zombies for DPS at that point. But yeah, we'll pick that up, and I think we'll just throw that in. We'll get some minion damage from it as well. So I think we will take that. And let's go ahead and sell this. But yeah, I need to stretch and vape and drink some coffee real quick, so... Ooh. Looks like we're getting leg spike here. Resident minion expert. Because I'm certainly not. I've leveled a couple of minion characters total, and one in the one is a league starter. So I know, I know my way around a minion build, but I'm by no means an expert to like the end game. Also, minion builds were a lot different back in Essence. There were less acts, for instance. There were only 4 acts, I believe, at the time. So that meant that there were less minion types, and it was kind of less known what kind of specters were good, that kind of thing. People just used the Solaris fire ribbons, mostly, I think. So Torched Quartz is the opposite of the other Quartz, where it's the same thing. You'll know you're going the right way if you run into Kato, Scholar of Light. You see this little circle on the ground. He has 2 stages, does a lot of damage. Not necessarily worth fighting, but I just wanted to demonstrate. So similar thing, but instead of going down and around, you'll be going northeast and around. And then it'll be to the northwest will be the exit here. So it's kind of the same as the other Quartz, except just mirrored in terms of it, in terms of its layout. So it should be right over here will be the exit. There it is. So pretty simple layout once again. Requires some getting used to if you want to run it quickly, but yeah, it's not a bad one at all. Very rarely will you get lost in that zone if you're used to it. Ravaged Square, another pretty simple one. You just go down to the waypoint. We are going to go grab the skill points for this. But yeah, there's a waypoint here. It'll be through the big square. This is like the city square map. And there you go, waypoint. Yeah, and we're gonna go get the Kitava's Torments quest, which is to the southeast usually. And then we'll just go back to the waypoint and go grab the banner, or whatever it is, the flaggy thingies. I don't even know what it's called. I know what a lot of things are called, but I don't know what that is called. You get the MacGuffin to put in the thing to make the bad guy go boom. Yeah. Well, we didn't die to the exploding freeze box, which is surprising. Minions saved us. With that chrome, we need chromes pretty desperately. I need to pick up chromatic things more often when I'm leveling regularly. But this is just kind of a, a demonstration type thing. Okay, so we may as well grab this. This is a respec point, so it's going to be down south more and then to the east, down like around this way, by where this hideout is, I think. There you go. Yeah, pick that up. I think, what's our fire resist? Not high enough. I think we're gonna try to roll a ring for now. 63 life! Boy howdy. Woohoo! Hey, that's pretty good. Alright, we'll take that. We desperately needed that flat life. And then we're gonna go ahead and toss in the zombie slam jewel. May as well. It's the zombies do quite a bit of damage. Like, I'll show you the damage on the zombies. I'll just not SRS stuff. So yeah, look at that. They clear trash mobs pretty quick. Let's see if we can find a yellow mob or a blue pack. Here's a blue pack. So kind of watch the zombies here. They burn through it pretty quick. They're great supplemental damage. Like I said, they don't do quite as much as SRS, but considering how tanky they are, Blight. That is actually pretty funny, Miss Toot. Huh. Yes, Ty. I asked what build did you end up doing then? Yeah, we've been having a lot of internet problems lately, so it might be on my end, but I don't think so. I didn't notice my stream upload speed going to the yellow, so I think it must have been... Your phone says no connection? Okay. Huh, maybe the internet did blip out for a second. Not really sure. It's always hard to tell. You know? We don't have a lot of choices for internet service providers around here either. We have one other choice, and it provides slower speeds, so kind of makes it difficult to pick and choose. But yeah, has anybody else been watching the classic WoW streams or playing classic WoW? Because that's been kind of the thing I've been interested in. Got you on Bluetooth speaker? Hey, good multitasking, dude. Gotta clean the kitchen and listen to Behind Eyes Gaming. I approve. Being productive and enjoying the content. Asmongold, personally never played WoW. Yeah, I used to play vanilla WoW, so I've been really interested in that. I've been watching mostly the two hunters that are Journey and I can't remember the other guys. It starts with a A. But I've been watching them because I used to be a hunter main. Now, though, when I played the custom servers, I've enjoyed playing Shaman most. But yeah, I've been liking watching the hunter streams. Hunters are fast levelers. They're not as useful in the end game, unfortunately, but yeah, it's still good to watch them, I think. We need to craft some resist here. I don't think we really need cold resist, honestly, but I'm just gonna get some anyway. Whatever. Get some. Oh, we can't even. Well, moot point there. We definitely need a better amulet as well. Our gear has been really bad this whole league. So if you're actually not just rushing through, will I grab some power charges? Probably not. I don't really use the power charge sharing build as a league starter. I feel like maybe it's something you can go into a bit more later on, but I feel like a more standard minion build is just fine. Minions do get increased stats from charges for those who don't know. So if you're able to get... Alright, I forgot to go into the... I don't remember what it's called, but I forgot to go grab the banner thingy. The UI for WoW looks complicated. It's really not. You end up just most skills in WoW are just like occasional things. You end up using like the same 3 or 4 skills, just like you would in Path of Exile for a majority of situations. And then you have a bunch of situational things, and just knowing when to use those extra skills is what it's all about. It's not super complicated. It's easier than it looks, and if you're really casual about it, it's even easier than that, because you can play the game super slow paced and still get a lot out of it type thing. You know, it's a big world to explore. I think that's the most fun part. I used to play Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3, and then like the Frozen Throne expansion for Warcraft 3 a lot when I was younger. So having the World of Warcraft exist is really nice, like having the lore. I always said that if they made a world of StarCraft, I would quit real life. I would be dead to the world. I would live in World of StarCraft because I love the lore and the atmospheres for StarCraft. If they ever made an MMO for StarCraft, you guys probably... Well, I would just stream it all the time. Yeah, you'd see me all the time. I would just non-stop stream World of StarCraft. Or Universe of StarCraft, or whatever it would be. Alright, let's start heading up here, grabbing this, and we'll head up to Death Attunement. Grab that, and then we'll probably, after that, grab some Duration. I should grab Shaper, actually. I'll grab Shaper next level. Get ourselves some regen. StarCraft MMO would be life? Yes. 100%. Going forward with the Spectre build, I've done Spectres too much, so I'd have fun. Expensive meme build. Soul Rest. Oh, cool. 18 Abyssal Jewels, man. That's ambitious. On my other summoner, I have like it's so hard to get really good abyssal jewels for summoners for sure. I have like 3 of them that have flat fizz, life, and then one of them has like chaos resistance. One of them has attack speed if your minions have or attack and cast speed if your minions have killed recently, and chaos resist or all elemental. I don't know. They're good jewels though. If you can get a bunch of those, your minion build will really take off. Abyssal jewels are great for minions. Absolutely fantastic. Would you describe Jessica as your IRL Kerrigan? Well, she hasn't left me to go be a, space conquering alien. So yet. So I wouldn't say that, but yeah, if she did, I would go pursue her to the ends of the universe for sure, 100%. I'd like to think of myself as a little bit of a Jim Raynor. Maybe not. Maybe not at all. But I would never ever stop playing a StarCraft MMO. I guarantee it. They'd have to put me on life support, hook me up to like a magic chair with like food dispenser. Woo! It's food dispensing and everything. Like a hamster, one of those hamster watering things. Oh yeah, that's a lot of percent life with the Shroud Abyss armor. I should have looked to see what that thing was called. I think it's Banner of Purity is what it's called. So we just need to not get slammed. I did play a little Heroes of the Storm, but I really didn't like it, honestly. I like Dota and League, but I didn't like Heroes of the Storm. I felt like the lack of an item system was kind of... Whoa! I survived a slam! Wow! I'm so surprised. Honestly, I'm genuinely surprised I lived through that. Whoa! I keep reading chat. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I played a little Heroes of the Storm. I enjoyed it for like 5 games, and then I didn't like it at all. I just got sick of it. I like more involved MOBAs if I'm going to play a MOBA. Ah, yes. That would be good for a minion build for sure. Yeah, getting some chance to blind on your minions is incredible defensive utility for sure. Yeah, that's a whole lot of damage. I want to do a skeleton build that just has like tier 1 flat fizz damage on every abyssal jewel and just has at least 10 abyssal jewels because you get 150% added damage effectiveness on skeletons. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know. I'd like to hope that I've become a pretty well-off YouTuber, able to support myself fully through YouTubing or otherwise some other content creation. And living in a house rather than an apartment would be nice as well. With a DDR machine and a hot tub. That's pretty much it. That's all I want in life. Like, I've just described everything. I don't want to work a standard job for the rest of my life. I want a hot tub, a house, and a DDR arcade machine. I'm good. That's all I want. It's a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I think that's achievable. People have achieved much less. And, or much more, rather. People have also achieved much less. But, yeah, that's pretty much my entire goal in life. Try for as many 40 life on jewels? Yeah. That gets expensive. Getting 40 life jewels with any other advantageous rolls is really pricey, just generally speaking. Yes, of course Jessica by my side. Always. Unless she becomes a space alien and I have to chase her across the universe. And then I guess I'll have to, you know, commandeer a some sort of fleet.
In 5 years?
In 5 years? Yeah. No doubt.
That's part of my 5-year plan.
Part of your... we may as well just use a shield for now, since we're not really getting any benefit off the... We haven't even been picking up the wands anyway. Parties at my place? Yeah, man. Yes, absolutely. Do some Jim Raynor in your fans? No lies? Hey, thank you. Light 'em up. Well, that was a fire bat, though. My current irritation of the build is interesting. Found an iteration, I assume. Found an unset ring with desired mods. Oh, full memes. That's right. Always go full memes. Don't let your memes be dreams. So apparently this game can be played pretty much entirely through just without ever having to empty out your inventory. Today I learned. Our resists have to be horrible. Yeah, we have -1 cold resist. We're gonna have to get that sorted before we fight the Brine King, or we're just gonna fall over. Even this zone is dangerous with 13 fire resist. With there's a lot of fire damage in this zone. We're in danger like all the time. We just have to keep moving and hope that our minions tank for us. Alright, how... Actually, we're not under-leveled at all. We just hit 45 in a 45 zone. So we're keeping pace pretty good, within 1 level. Well, we'll get some resistances from Cruel Preparation, so that's good. I feel like we're going pretty quickly, all things considered. So yeah, this build feels really, really solid for leveling overall. It's not the fastest build I've ever leveled with, but it's a lot faster than most builds still as a leveling build goes. Like, look at that damage on a 4-link with SRS. That's with melee splash, so basically sans a 4th damage. That's basically a 3-link on single target damage. Oh wait, and I have Unleash. It's a 2-link for damage, and it is just crushing. Absolutely crushing. Granted, Unleash is kind of like, 400% more multiplier. No, not really. Not really, because you just cast that many anyway. But for a single cast, it kind of is. Because you're getting 4 Summon Raging Spirits right away. Yeah, this build feels great. We have trash gear. Look at this. Look at this. None of this does anything. I don't even have life on half of my gear. More than half of my gear. We're on a 2-link damage-wise for our main damage. Absolutely crushing. So our summoner, and they're buffing summoners. Easy. This fight's actually going to be somewhat hard. I need to not just stand in front of the flame. Yeah. Yeah, the fire resist! The lack thereof. If I stand in that beam for any amount of time whatsoever, I die. Yeah, I think Frostblades could be a good league starter. I think after the added damage, you kind of have to play it a little bit differently than other melee builds, because rather than getting physical damage added that you can scale, you get cold damage. So I think you're better off running like cold penetration through the threshold jewel, like added cold damage type thing. You can still scale physical damage, of course, but I don't think it's as effective to go full physical damage scaling like you would with most melee builds, just because you're going to miss out on a lot of the flat damage that way. So, yeah, I do think that. Alright, well, my voice is starting to hurt. I've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. Not crazy long, but I think I'm going to call it a night for tonight. Currently, we are 3.5 hours in, level 45. So not going at a blistering pace, but for kind of just learning how to level with this and being stuck on a 3-link so long, Don't go. I gotta go though, man. Will Impale support work with minions? I think so, but because you can't really stack Impale through anything other than the support gem, I don't think it's worth it, because Impale needs consistency so you can build your next Impale stack off the last one. Smooth leveling? Yeah, I think it'll be very good. I mean, Frostblades has always been good leveling, for sure. It's very strong. But yeah, I'm going to head out. Sorry, Emilio. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you. Yeah, I think I'll be streaming tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow, assuming I don't die from trying to adjust to my polyphasic sleep schedule. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I will see you next time.